Yeah, it's incredibly warm outside today. 84 degrees right now in La Junta, perfect blue sky and pretty dry conditions, only 17% humidity. We've had a bit of a breeze today. We actually technically had a cold front move through the plains early this morning. You probably noticed the extra wind we had earlier today. You probably didn't notice a temperature drop though, because that front didn't really bring much of one. We're still incredibly warm. We're about 10 to 15 degrees above average, and most of us are in the 70s and 80s right now. So if you want to head out for a walk this evening, should be comfortable. Just keep in mind it's still a bit breezy out there, gusts around 20-25 miles per hour. It'll take some time before temperatures get chilly tonight.
And now, your First Alert 5 weather.
Well, it's incredibly warm today, feeling a little bit more like summer than spring. It's 85 degrees right now in Pueblo. Lots of sunshine. It's pretty dry outside. It's also been quite breezy. You can see the tree branches definitely swaying in the wind. Now, we've had quite a bit of wind in the plains this afternoon, especially peaking early on today when we had gusts around 30 miles per hour. But the gusts are more in the 20 mile per hour range this afternoon. All along the Arkansas River, we're gusting 20 to 25. Both the Springs and Pueblo recent wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. But it's a nice day if you want to get outside. Maybe that breeze actually feels nice because it's pretty toasty. We've got solid 80s for most of the plains. El Paso County, though, in the 70s. Up into our mountain valleys, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Alamosa is a hot spot at 81. So it's an incredibly mild pattern. We're going to stay warm as we head into the rest of this week. So tonight we'll drop to mostly the 40s, a couple low 50s. Tomorrow, toasty. We'll have some 90s in the forecast along the Arkansas River and for Springfield. 80s elsewhere. Thursday, also incredibly warm. Once again, 90s along the Arkansas River into the eastern plains. 80s elsewhere. Our mountain valleys, 70s and 80s. So yeah, we're on this warm stretch of weather and we're getting close to records. I think the closest record we'll get to is tomorrow in Colorado Springs, where I have us tying the current standing record of 84. High pressure is the reason why we are so warm this afternoon, and we are dry. Now, there is some moisture coming in from the Pacific. That low pressure off the coast is going to help to steer some of this moisture into Colorado as soon as Wednesday, and it kind of lingers through the end of the week. So any little bit of water vapor we have, you pair that with warm temperatures, you'll get convection and rising motion, and that could lead to showers and storms. This afternoon, we have just maybe a few sprinkles, but we're ultimately dry. But you'll notice by tomorrow, we'll have a better chance of spotty afternoon storms. So kind of all along the Front Range and I-25, we'll see a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. They're going to be very isolated. I'm not guaranteeing you a storm any day this week, but the chance is at least going to be there for most of the later part of this week. Thursday, couple storms possible into the plains, but it's ultimately a pretty dry day. Friday brings another quick surge in moisture, so a slightly better chance of storms for I-25 and the eastern plains by Friday afternoon. Once again, you'll notice, though, pretty hit or miss. So when you look at these isolated thunderstorm chances here on the Super 7-day forecast, I've got us at an impact 1 out of 5 because the chances each day are pretty low. There's going to be a higher likelihood of rain and thunderstorms next Monday because that's when a cold front comes in. You'll feel the wind from that cold front on Sunday afternoon. So if you would rather have less wind, Saturday would be the better day to be outside this weekend. Pueblo, we're in the 80s and 90s all the way through the weekend, again with those isolated thunderstorm chances here and there. Same for you in Canyon City, very toasty through the weekend with isolated thunderstorm chances. Woodland Park, you're staying in the 70s through Sunday.